Moving on now to the big story that we're tracking here on the right stand coming in from the south of India, and it is Kannada versus Tamil or Kannadigas versus Kamal Haasan debate that has been triggered. And the megastar has stated that he's not going to apologize and he will only do so if he feels he is wrong. He claims he said nothing wrong when he made that comment 2 days ago where he said that Kannada was born out of Tamil. He further urged others to not tamper with his lifestyle. Remember, on the 27th of May, the actor created a firestorm while he was publicizing his upcoming flick, which is Thug Life. He mentioned that Kannada was born out of Tamil. That happened at a public event. The next day, he issued a clarification. He said he won't apologize. And today, he's reiterated that stance. The actor says, I will not apologize because I know I am not wrong. This, even as from within several quarters in Karnataka, within the Cine Association in Karnataka, the state government in Karnataka coming out and threatening a ban on his film.
இது அந்த ஊரில் இருக்கும் என் குடும்பம். அதனால தான் அவர் இங்கே வந்திருக்காரு. அதனால தான் நான் பேச்சை ஆரம்பிக்கும் பொழுது நான் உயிரே உறவே தமிழே என்று ஆரம்பித்தேன். அதில் தமிழிலிருந்து பிறந்தது தான் உங்கள் பாஷை. அதனால் நீங்களும் அதில் உட்படுவீர்கள்.
See, they are confusing the issue. I think what I said was said out of love and with a lot of historians who've taught me language history, and that I didn't mean anything. And let me tell you, Tamil Nadu is a place which has been open. I don't say that there's no other state like that, but very rare state where a Menon has been our chief minister. If you look at it from the northern point of view, yes, what they say, according to them, is right. If you look at it from Ten Kumari, they must decide where they want to belong, with their family or the languages that came from the north.
I've been threatened before. And if I am wrong, I will apologize. If I'm not, I won't. It's my lifestyle. Please don't tamper with it.
Let's open this up. Lakshmi Ashwin Gowda, spokesperson of Karnataka BJP, is with us. S. Harish Mohammad Ibrahim, political analyst who supports the DMK and the India bloc, is with us as well. And actress Sanjana Galrani is with us. Let me begin by asking you, Mr. Ibrahim, the kind of stance that we've seen taken by Kamal Haasan. He says, I'm not going to apologize because I've said nothing wrong. If it was something wrong, I would have happily done so. Do you think this is because there is a politician, Kamal Haasan, that also is answerable now and not just an actor?
No, even when he was an actor, when his film Vishwaruvam got into trouble, he made sure to fight against Madam Jayalalitha heads on. And he went to the court, even he was expecting her apology, etc. But he never backs down. And even in this matter of the fact, it is a statement which is made out of pure love when Shivraj Kumar was attending the function. So I don't know why the people in Karnataka to have to make an issue out of nowhere. And number two, if you go ahead with the archaeological facts, even if you go ahead with the historical facts, Tamil, which has a literature which is dating back to 500 BC, where you have the Kannada literature starting only with 450 CE, which means that even before 950 years, you have the historical data which shows that the Tamil is a predominant language. It's a classical language which has a rich history.
No, I don't.
So
agree
even
with
if you go ahead,
you have no right.
One second.
You have no right
Miss
to say that.
Ms. Galrani, I'll come to you. Ms. Galrani, I'll come to you. Sanjana Galrani, I'll come to you. Let's not speak over each other, please. Let everybody have their time to make their point. But Mr. Ibrahim, nobody is denying the history of either of these languages. Sure, Tamil is a classical language. No one is saying that and Kannada have any competition, but that's the point. Why is there a competition? Why say that this was born out of A or B was born out of C?
Exactly.
And why make that comparison at all, especially if there are no facts to back it?
Exactly, because you are cutting only that particular step. Madam,
Mr. Ibrahim, go ahead.
Let me speak.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you have to cut, the entire media has cut down the exact part where you can make a mole out of mountain.
We haven't made it, sir. We haven't made it at all.
1 second.
I don't know why the messenger is being short here, but please go ahead.
No, 1 second. So the back end of 1 minute and the left, after this stand, the extra 1 minute shows the clear picture. He is saying out of pure love to the language of Kannada and the people of Kannada. But a people perspective doesn't have any hatred towards Kamal Haasan. And Kamal Haasan is known for his universal acting. He acted in Kannada language more, in Malayalam and Telugu. We are not backing his. We are not backing him. Whatever. If the statement is wrong, we can go ahead and oppose him. But it is a pure out of brotherly statement, which is getting an offensive kind of treatment in the place
Sanjana
of Karnataka,
Galrani then is the actor just misunderstood?
Which is not needed. Which is not needed at all.
Sure. Sanjana Galrani then is the actor just misunderstood? He was saying it purely out of love, which is why now he says that I will not apologize.
Firstly, some sensitive things should not be touched upon at all, because this gets into a very provocative conversation. Why provoke this comparison? Why have this comparison at all? Like, I myself am a great fan of Kamal Haasan, sir. But why do you have the necessity of coming and saying that one language is born out of the other language? Like the gentleman right now on the panel told, this language is more predominant, that language is more predominant. So it's like you're comparing a mother tongue of one person and the mother tongue of another person. The very word mother tongue itself means it has the word mother in it. Everyone is very possessive about their own mother tongue. And everyone thinks that my mother tongue is the most superior in the world. So be it. So respect it. Why should you go and say your language is more predominant, it's come out of my language? And why do you have to provoke the person? It is so unnecessary. And what happens is different people look at the conversation in different dimensions. Somebody looks at it as a brotherly conversation, somebody fatherly, somebody looks at it as a derogative conversation, somebody looks at it as if you're talking less about one language and more about another language. Why should you even have this conversation? You're promoting your film, great, you worked so hard on your film, you focus on that. Why do you want to even get into a sensitive conversation like this? Is the biggest question of all we Kannadigas. Because, see, now the panelist is telling that Tamil is more predominant. I will not agree. Definitely, I will not agree. I will agree that the only and only dominant language and the oldest language on the planet is Kannada, because I am a Kannadiga. Nanu Kannadati, nanige Kannada ne nanna tai. Kannada is my mother and Kannada is my father and Kannada is my life. That is how I will look at it, and I will stand by Kannada. I am a Bangalorean. I bleed Bangalore. I bleed Kannada. I bleed Karnataka. This is my whole stand on it. And it's completely unaccepted.
Everyone is entitled to have their opinion.
Will you tolerate if anyone compares your mother to anyone else's mother? Will you tolerate, however old your mother is or whoever came out of whom, if your mother is compared to someone else's mother, will you tolerate? You will be like, please keep it to yourself. However old or rich your mother is, my mother is the greatest. So that is how much love we have for Kannada and Karnataka.
Sure. So, Mr. Ibrahim, as far as the comments are concerned, it may be read differently by... It may be read differently in different states. It may be read differently in Karnataka and may be read differently in Tamil Nadu. I'm sure the people in Tamil Nadu are rejoicing at what Mr. Kamal Haasan has said, which brings me to the question that I asked you and you didn't answer. He is a politician now. He is going to the Rajya Sabha, backed by the DMK.
Of course.
For him, there is more than just his film to defend now when he talks about Tamil in a greater sense than for Kannada.
No, we are taking into the extra offensive line here, even before the panelists spoke in another way. But what Mr. Kamal Haasan, the core essence of Mr. Kamal Haasan's speech is the brotherlyhood, where the Dravidian ideology, madam, before she doesn't aware of Dravidian ideology, I believe so, the Dravidian linguistic...
I'm very much aware, sir. I've read it in history.
Madam,
please,
have some
I'm very
civility.
educated.
Please, ma'am. I never interrupted you. I listened to you patiently.
Yeah, but if you're talking about me being unknown about a subject, I cannot sit quiet, right? When I'm aware of what is Dravidian community, I'm very well aware. So please don't make
whether
a claim
Kannada is a part of
it,
whether Kannada is part of Dravidian ideology, whether Kannada is a part of the Dravidian forum, no.
That is your
saying that
thought
it is
process. Where is the evidence? Do you have a document backing it?
Kannada.
Do you have a document backing it right now?
Madam, if you are going to talk...
No, that is your imagination.
Okay, ma'am, you finish and let me know, so I will speak. You finish it first.
And we are not here to agree to your imaginations.
Okay, you don't have to agree. Ma'am, you don't have to agree. I don't agree with you.
Okay, Ms. Galrani, just a second. Yeah, Mr. Ibrahim, go ahead.
Yeah, so the Dravidian forum has 4 different Kannada, Malayalam, Telugu and Tamil. This is what meant by Mr. Kamal Haasan. We are coming from a single ideological framework where you are coming from a same mother is what the essence of his speech. But whether the problem is the BJP in Kannada took an issue out of nowhere and they want to make a huge issue out of that. But
it would come as a surprise to you, sir. The BJP hasn't taken offense to it. The Karnataka government, which is the Congress, which is one of the DMK's allies, seems to have taken objection because the Karnataka minister has come out and said, we will seek a ban on the film because this is not acceptable to us. So I don't know whether BJP comes into the entire picture.
I clearly stated in my first round,
Absolutely.
taking an archaeological, historical, and the linguistic history. If you want to go by that line, even what Kamal Haasan said is right. If you want to go ahead with a passionate hero to promote his film on the Kannada language, on a brotherly sense, if you take it, even he is right. I don't know where the Kannada people, I don't see any repercussions or any kind of retreat from the Kannada people at large. Only the politicians who want to make an issue out of this.
No, there were protests that came to the fore. There were protests that came to the fore from organizations like the Rakshana Vedike as well. Pro-Kannada groups have taken objection to what's being said. But Lakshmi Gowda, let me get you in as well. There may be difference of opinions over certain comments that have been made by any individual, an actor in this particular case. But does that also give license to call for a ban? Many would then say that there is absolutely no free speech here.
Madam, the issues of the land, language, and water are the most sensitive issues that these celebrities should be aware of it before they speak about it. The parochial mindset of Mr. Kamal Haasan ji has been either totally an ignorant mindset or a egoistic, pathetic mindset that his upcoming movie Thug Life tells you, right? That is a thug kind of mindset it is. These celebrities are widely accepted across the masses, surpassing the borders and barriers. So they should gain, as they age, they should gain tremendous amount of unmounted, unbiased knowledge, tremendous amount of prowess, tremendous amount of wisdom to speak in a tone and tenor that is totally acceptable to the masses. And there is only resonation of positivity amongst the masses. In contrast to that, any attempt to speak in a tone and tenor, any attempt to speak in a instant impulsiveness and in a farcical manner, that too about a totally sensitive matters like land, language, and water, will only have a wider ramifications amongst the masses, from the masses. It will only have a wider lambast, it will only have a wider disparage from the masses, and that is totally unacceptable. That is totally unacceptable. So being a celebrity, he should have been aware of it. As a ages, he should gracefully age. He should maintain the utmost public decorum while he addresses the gather, because so many followers will be watching him. So that will definitely resonate amongst the masses. So it is totally unacceptable.
So Sanjana Kalrani, let me ask you this, because you're an artist yourself. If somebody were to call for a ban on any of your films or any of your work because of a certain comment that you would make, would that not outrage you or the team that has worked with you on it?
See, I'm first a film actor. I've worked in both Kannada and Telugu films. I've worked in 55 films in my life. And I feel very bad that a small thing has gone all the way so far that it's going to maybe affect the producer or the director of the film, and they're going to have really big losses because Karnataka is such a big state with 7 crore people. And this is completely uncalled for. Kare koi bhare koi, like somebody talks about it and the particular fines and penalties and the losses are bared by the producers or the directors. So you feel really bad, and I am myself a Kamal Haasan sir fan. It's so unnecessary for him to get into any kind of a controversy like this. Being a demigod himself, you know,
We'll try and reconnect that line with Sanjana Kalrani. I believe there is some audio issue. We'll try and fix that. But Mr. Ibrahim, it's just a simple apology, and that would put an end to the debate between two states. It's not even the North versus South anymore. It's the South versus South, seems like. It's a simple apology. Why can't the actor just go ahead and, from the greatness of his heart, like you've been saying, like out of brotherly love, just apologize?
No, what is that to apologize? That is what the core essence is all about. Calling someone elder, calling someone as younger. So should someone go ahead and apologize for doing that? So, no, not at all. Why is that? Why you have to make sure of people to go ahead and put their all kind of oppression in any form? Mr. Kamal Haasan won't back down. He has been. That is what I have stated in our first round. Even when Madam Jayalalitha wants as an apology, he went through the legal means to fight for his film.
But there the
Vishwarubam.
fight was against a particular individual in power.
No,
Here
even-
it's about
even-
an
no, no, no,
entire
no, it is not.
community,
No,
about
no,
an
no, no,
entire
no, no.
people
You
belonging
have-
to an entire
you-
state.
You have to learn the facts right, because it is not about Madam Jayalalitha. It was entire about Vishwarubam, which is standing against the Muslim community of the entire state. Even Madam Jayalalitha want to appease the Muslim community. She want to go ahead and ask for an apology in a printed form during his
Sure.
film. But he doesn't want to do that. He made sure to take a legal route, and he fought for his freedom of free speech, and he made sure to do that in a legal way. And here, when someone is going and calling someone as an elder and younger,
So there's no
and your people
reason
are
to
calling-
apologize, Ms. Galrani. I
There is
believe
no
you're back with
reason
us.
at
Last
all.
30 seconds before I wrap this up.
Not necessary at all, because
Sanjana
as a
Galrani?
brotherly love, as a
I
brotherly
think
love,
it's
we
an
said
unnecessary
Tamil is
mess
older.
created, and I really feel bad for this situation. Can I talk?
Yes, please,
I
go
really
ahead.
feel bad for this entire situation. I don't want the film to suffer. Being a film actor, my heart really lies where good films are, and I think Thug Life is going to be a good film. But whatever this publicity thing is happening, it's definitely going to be good for the film, provided it's not banned in Karnataka. Any kind of a publicity during the release of the film is good for the film. The more the publicity, the more it reaches out. But at the same time, it's completely unaccepted. You cannot compare two languages. It might be any language to any language. And please refrain from comparing any language to Kannada.
And it's
I am a
interesting you
Kannadisi
say
and
that-
I stand with all the Kannadigas.
And it's interesting you say that about publicity, because many would say this perhaps was just that, a publicity stunt right ahead of the film. But I have to leave it there. I thank you all for joining us here on this edition